morning. Good morning. What a beautiful day in North Georgia. What a busy, crazy, happy day in North Georgia because the sun is out, the studio is full of guests, and one of those guests is going to join me in just a minute. We're going to talk today about some of the things I love, and it might be the mountain life. And some of these kids are going to win a CD of all original music about the mountain life. We're going to talk about, have you lived here forever? Do you love living in the mountains? What do you like least about living in the mountains? We're going to talk about the mountain life. There's nothing about it I don't love. Growing up in the city of Orlando and Atlanta, when I got here, I settled in and I got as country as I could, as fast as I could. I learned to cook, I learned to can, I learned to garden, which was really interesting because I thought that a garden meant you planted an acre and you took care of it. I learned quickly that no, don't go beyond your means because I tried to hoe it. You can't do an acre. But get out and enjoy these mountains. This is the perfect time of year, the Apple Festival, the Marble Festival, the Sorghum Festival, the Moonshine Festival. There's so much to do in these beautiful mountains, and we want to welcome you to Ellijay. And we're going to welcome our group right now with an original song by somebody who loves these mountains. Here we go, Mr. Ellijay.
How y'all doing out there? Welcome to Ellijay. That's with a J.
About 90 miles north of Atlanta, where the Coosawhatee lay. They come out of the hills to pay their telephone bills in a town called Ellijay. When the mayor drove a shiny 62 Corvette, Slim was in a cruiser with a Cobra jet. What you see is exactly what you get if you come to Ellijay. Hey, Ellijay, a mighty fine place to be. Ellijay, good enough for you and me, yeah. Apple blossom, baby possum, muscadine wine. Leave all your troubles at the welcome sign. I'm so proud to call a piece of this mine a town called Ellijay.
How you like them apples?
Run right through the middle of town, and late in the evening when the sun goes down, you can drive through and hear the happy sounds of the folks in Ellijay. Now way back in the summer of '73, the Red Dot parking lot was the place to be, but you could get more than what you bargained for back in those days in Ellijay. Yeah, you could. Ellijay, a mighty fine place to be. Ellijay, good enough for you and me. Yeah. 69 Road Runner, Charger RT, pistol grip 4-speed, 380. Boys, that's the way it all used to be, right here in Ellijay. Ellijay, a mighty fine place to be. Ellijay, don't you want to come and see? Yeah. Trout fishing, skinny dipping, party all night. Praise the Lord, honey, I saw
Here we go. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Please, my co-host, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm James Burrell, the head of the Fannin Rebel TV program in Blue Ridge. I'm a junior in high school, and go Georgia Tech.
That's right, go Tech. Okay, you are?
I'm Reid Patterson.
And you are a junior?
Yes, ma'am.
You are?
I'm Tanner. I'm a sophomore in high school, and I also do Rebel TV.
Let me ask you about Rebel TV. Tell me how you got involved in it.
So I originally was trained by someone named Emma Pittman, who got me involved in everything on it. And then the next year I completely took over as the one and only person who was doing it. And then this year I became the complete head of it after Mr. Gibbs, who we've had since forever, fully.
Bubba?
Yep,
Bubba, we love Bubba Gibbs. We love Bubba Gibbs.
Yep, he's moved on to work-based learning now.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
And I officially took over as the student head, so I pretty much can make a lot of the decisions except for like payroll and stuff like that. And we've expanded our team to now Tanner right here and 4 other people.
Awesome. That's awesome. Now, how are you involved?
I'm just in audio video 3.
Okay.
So,
And what do you learn in audio video? Because the guys who work for us kind of started while they were in high school. So is that something, would you be interested in getting involved in television?
absolutely. What you essentially learn in audio video is you learn how to work the cameras, how to edit and film and stuff, basically.
You know, when we first started at ETC, we had live camera guys out here. And they would work the cameras, and then we converted to just doing the stationary and the guys kind of controlling things from the control room. Would you rather have live cameras?
I would rather have live. The pressure's on, so usually when the pressure's on, it usually makes it a lot better.
Yeah. Okay, tell our guys that. They need to hire us 3 camera guys. I don't know if we're going to get it or not. Let's talk a little bit about school and what's going on, because I'm going to introduce you to 2 teachers one's from the Copper Basin and one is from Hiwassee Dam. And these 2 educators who spent their life educating students around your communities, both of them lost their only child to an accident when drunk driving. Do you ever talk about things like that happen in the community?
Yes, usually stuff like that spreads around quickly along with flowers.
And that is, today I'm on a mission. We're trying to get the road. This is Ron and Shirley Singleton, and their child was killed because 3 people chose to drink and drive and hit their child and his grandfather, threw them into a creek, and Brady lay there and drowned. They didn't render aid. Did y'all know about this accident? It happened about 18 years ago. None of y'all are even old enough to know about it, are you?
No.
No, ma'am.
This little child, the only child of 2 educators, and literally they spent their life educating kids like y'all. Her father spent his life educating kids like y'all. And now they have a scholarship fund, and y'all need to get involved with it because they choose people every year to pass on literally what Brady would have been doing going to college. They help kids go to college. They help kids further their education. So maybe you could interview them. Wouldn't that be neat?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, because they want to spread the word. Don't drink and drive, but at the same time, they're still helping to further education of kids in our community. And I think that's awesome. They have the Grady Anderson Scholarship Fund, and they have the Brady Singleton Scholarship Fund. And you have to be going to certain colleges and doing certain things, and it's just because their love for education.
Wow.
So we're going to set up an appointment with y'all to meet them. Would that work?
That would be amazing.
I think it would be awesome. I think it would be awesome. We're trying right now, and I want to ask all of y'all to write our legislators because we're trying to get a road named 1 mile stretch. He died at the Tennessee-North Carolina border. So I've been working with North Carolina to get them to put us up a sign that says Brady Singleton Memorial Highway. Do you know how hard it is to get government to listen to you? Have y'all ever tried to get the government to listen to us?
You have a better chance of winning the lottery.
Yes, it takes lots of voices, and so we want lots of voices to get involved, and we want lots of voices to help, because we don't want anybody to ever forget this kid would be just a little bit older than y'all had he lived. He was 3 years and 9 months old when he was killed. And this, I think last year he would have graduated from high school. But his life ended. So can y'all help me with this mission?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. And maybe, you know, when I call, I'm talking to the legislators up in North Carolina, and he said, well, would you be happy with this little sign that said litter pickup in memory of Brady Singleton? I said, no. I want a big sign that says Memorial Highway in honor and in memory of Grady Anderson and Brady Singleton. So kind of go for what you want and don't give up and take less than what you want. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a mission, and I need your help. I need all your help because they're stalling, and I don't like when people stall, you know? Yeah. What's the biggest and most tragic event that you ever lived through?
I might need to come back to that question in a second.
Think about it. Y'all have been blessed because you weren't alive in 9/11. You weren't alive when Martin Luther King was killed. You weren't alive when Robert Kennedy was killed. Have y'all seen any tragedy or trauma in your life? No.
I feel like not to
How blessed until
COVID.
last Wednesday.
Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk. So think about it. Y'all lived all your life to almost, are you 17?
16, ma'am.
16, okay. You think about it, 16 years you weren't exposed to what, in my lifetime, there were 3 or 4 assassinations. It's crazy. It's crazy. What are we going to do to make the life of the next kids coming up better? Are you going to work on that?
That is 100% one thing that the world needs to work on.
Yeah.
That it's not our job to play God with other people.
That's right. And it is not our job. And I think I have a 33-year-old son who's like he's a race car driver, and he's a guy's guy. He's cried for a week. And he said, Mom, I don't understand this. I don't understand. He was alive during 9/11, but he was a little boy. So I don't know how it affected him. But when we think about what y'all are facing now, you've seen the eye of evil. You've seen something that was horrible. And now we have to all get together and we have to make the world better. And we can do it. We can do it. So when y'all do the program, what do you talk about?
Right.
On your...
So we talk about different school events. We handle sports and different school and other school board events. We're about to cover the local debate for Mr. Bubba Gibbs, actually, with his run for, I think it was school board. I believe that's what he was running for. We cover other school events like that. We're also in the process of starting up our podcast program to talk about world events, local events, just anything you want to talk about. And
is Fannin doing good this year? Y'all did great last year. You had some really great sports last year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, our girls went all the way to one state championship. Got to meet the governor.
It's really cool. There were years that Pickens was so embarrassing, and then Pickens did well. So all the teams last year kind of excelled.
Oh, yeah. Pickens is doing great this year as well.
Yeah, they are. Now, do you cheer for other teams when they're going well? Yeah, you have to. We have to get together and do that.
I'll admit, even Gilmer had some good plays at the last game.
Yeah. Have y'all got one player that really stands out on any of your teams?
In terms of uniqueness, I'd have to go Lauren. Of course, I blank out on his last name, but Lauren, who is from Germany.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's a foreign exchange student who decided to play football this year.
Was it his first time playing football? Mm-hmm. You're kidding. Yep, that is crazy.
He's currently on the starter line for JV, if I remember right.
Is that right?
Play football. I believe he's the starter line on JV and is on varsity, but is not on starter line. Mm-hmm. And in terms of just crazy players, I've just got to go with Baylor. He's big, he's fast, and he's strong.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we love, there's that little rivalry with Pickens and Gilmer. They have a rivalry. Who do y'all rival? Who's your biggest rival?
Easily Union and Gilmer.
There you go. Now, what are you going to do when you grow up, young man?
I don't know.
Do you have anything in mind? You're going to go to college?
No, ma'am.
No, you're not. Okay. Do you know Charlie Kirk didn't go to college?
I know that.
And he started a great business. Yeah. And it's changing the world. What are you going to do?
Hopefully, after high school, I'm going, hopefully, to go to college to play college baseball.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
What position do you play?
I'm a pitcher, first baseman, and third
Oh
baseman.
my gosh, I love that. I love that. Remember the 91 Braves? You're not
Oh,
old
yeah.
enough to remember that either. Y'all are just, it's hard to relate to y'all because that's a long time ago. The 91 Braves, I was so obsessed with their pitching.
Oh yeah, Maddox,
Oh
Glavine,
my
Smoltz.
gosh. And my kids would say, don't go in there. Mama's watching baseball. You know she'll get mad if you go in there and disrupt that baseball game. I was obsessed with it. Do you remember John Rocker?
Yes.
Yes. Wild Thing?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes.
He had a temper.
Who do you pitch like?
If I had to say, probably like, in terms of mechanics, I usually try to model Spencer Strider. He's a new pitcher, not necessarily a new pitcher, but he's been on the Braves for a few years now. So.
And do you go to Braves games?
I go to occasionally. Yeah, I went to one game this year, but in years past, I don't think I went to one last year, but in years past, I've gone to a lot of them.
What's your best pitch?
Probably my fastball.
And is there a college looking at you yet?
Right now, I'm attending Young Harris for dual enrollment, so I'm hoping if if all plays out well, that I can start talking to them.
And when you pitch, do you psych yourself out to have a certain pitch, or is it because of who you're pitching against? Do you study the team that you're pitching against?
Occasionally, yes, because it's kind of something you have to do, because if they're going to be paying attention, because I mean, if they're as smart as you are, then they're going to know what you're thinking. So you kind of got to do the opposite of that. So.
Do you remember the movie that Clint Eastwood did up here about baseball? Have you seen this?
I don't
It's
believe
all
so.
about the curve. Okay, you got to watch this game. You got to watch this movie. I watched it years ago. It was done like 8 or 10 years ago, and then I watched it again. And I knew exactly what was going to happen once I saw this pitcher had attitude, and he was, I'm going to say a bad word, he was a crappy person. He was just a crappy person. And he thought he was all that, and he had that attitude. He ended up not excelling. He went to the majors, but then they didn't keep him. And a kid that he had belittled and treated like crap ended up being the pitcher.
Oh, I know what movie you're talking about.
Yes, it's a great movie.
Trouble with the Curve?
Yes, it's great movie. It's a great movie. But when I was watching that, I thought it had a life's lesson in it. But I loved watching that young man who was the peanut salesman at the
Oh,
games.
yeah.
Yeah. Was that not cool?
I've not fully seen the movie, but
You
I've
need to sit down
seen
and watch
bits
it.
and pieces of it.
You need to watch it because it teaches you life's lessons at the same time. And the other kid was a decent pitcher, but he wasn't all that. But he thought he was. He had that attitude.
It's not humble.
Yeah, not humble at all. So, did your parents get you involved in sports, or did you just have a natural ability?
I started playing baseball, of course, at like t-ball level, and then I moved on to coach's pitch, and then it just kind of kept staying, and I started practicing a lot, and then I just kind of got into it. I was like, this is what I think I really want to do.
That's awesome.
And so here I am.
Yeah. There's nothing quite like when that ball and that bat connect, and you hear that and you
wood.
know that's a home run.
That wood. That's the
That
wood.
is awesome. That is
the
awesome.
wood or the metal.
Yeah. Now, do you cover his sports? Does Fannin cover the ball games?
We're in the progress of it. Currently, we had a process to do it, but just due to the way the field is designed, it is not easy. So in the process of being rebuilt, part of the plans was to include a dedicated filming area along with a dedicated streaming area.
Well, ETC covers your games.
Occasionally, yes.
Yeah. Well, y'all, ETC, we need to be watching this boy. Now, do you think that you're good enough to go to the majors?
I believe so.
Well, I hope so. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome?
I would totally come see his games.
I would love that. Who's your favorite team?
Probably the Braves, definitely.
Okay. What do you love? What's your favorite hobby?
I like working on my car.
What kind of car?
It's an Expedition.
And do you like the mechanics of it? Are you a good mechanic?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You know what I think is missing in school? Do y'all have this? Do you have auto body? Do you have
automotive.
Yeah. Do
Yes,
y'all
ma'am.
have that? That's awesome. I think that's one of the things that we miss because we had, when I went to school, we had home ec and we had any kind of auto technician. We all need to know how to take care of our cars. And you need to know how to watch those gauges. Because, if those gauges go crazy, you're going to be standing on the side of the road, aren't you?
Yeah.
Now, do you like the body part of it? Could you take a wrecked car and build it?
Probably not.
But you could learn.
Yeah.
You could learn. Now, do y'all watch YouTube at all?
Yeah.
Do you watch Sleeper Dude?
I recognize that.
Okay, you've got to watch Sleeper Dude. This guy takes the biggest junk cars in the world, and he will get one that is a piece of junk, and he will fix it. And he uses his children to build these cars, and it's so much fun. And he's from Tennessee, kind of a local guy, but his family does this full time. Do y'all ever look at YouTube and look at it as a business?
Oh, yeah.
Occasionally, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that would be cool?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you take a car and start and film it and make a series about it?
Maybe.
It would be awesome. I think that would be so cool. And I think that's how Sleeper Dude started. He's one of the smartest people I've ever seen in my life. And he knows the ins and outs of everything about a car. And, when you crank it and you're like, that's missing on something. Can y'all identify that?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I occasionally can.
You might need to bring your car there, James.
My car has been having just some issues.
Uh-oh. But you're not on the side of the road yet.
Only once.
No. Okay. Now, why do you like Georgia Tech?
Because honestly, my cousin went there, and she currently works as a biotechnical engineer. Actually went to Georgia High School. I also am just a big fan of the football team because they're very good sportsmanship, very great people. Also, a lot of my teachers went to Georgia Tech, and overall, just a much better school.
Yeah,
Better
yeah.
compared to UGA.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. And I wore UGA red and black today. So, we're rivals. Okay, guys, we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about local music and local talent because we're going to share another song. This is written by a guy. He dropped out of school in the 8th grade. He went to school in a mill. He then decided he didn't want to work in the mills, so he got his GED. He took a little college courses. He ended up driving a school bus 41 years. He ended up being a police officer. He ended up writing amazing original music. I would think he's an over-exceller. He over-accelerates everything. He does, he'll do one song and then he'll write 20 more. You set your goal for life, and he was a 8th grade dropout. He dropped out to go to work in a cotton mill, and he decided that really wasn't what he wanted. So you may not know what you want to do today, but I bet you'll figure it out quickly. And we're going to share some of his music when we come back in just a second.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Make moves, set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up, stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things. This is pre-tirement.
Smoky Mountain memories about my home in Tennessee. Memories keep calling me home.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Misty mountain, rainbow sky, a faraway look in your eye. Tell me, have you had enough? Traffic jams and city stuff. Don't you think it's time to go where black bears climb and waters flow? Hummingbirds out on the deck, feet propped up, and what the heck? You'll love how we live here in these mountains. Everything is gonna be alright, and we all wave hello here in these mountains. Life is good, we sleep well at night. It's alright, the mountain life. Load 'em up and head this way to the bright red Georgia clay. From Notley down to Carter's Lake, all the memories to make. So much here for all to see, a land that is so dear to me. Welcome home to all your dreams, hot rod Fords and crystal streams. Now you love how we live here in these mountains. Everything is gonna be alright. We all wave hello here in these mountains. Life is good, we sleep well at night, and it's alright, the mountain life. It's alright, the mountain life. Y'all come by and see us anytime you can.
We're back. We're back. Okay, we've got to talk about bad news that turned into good news because prayers are answered. Do you guys remember when the call went out Friday night that a McCaysville police officer had been shot? Airlifted to Erlanger in critical condition. Do you know what's happening today?
He's fine. He's
fine.
He's doing great. He's having surgery today to correct something that happened inside his nose when the bullet went in. They're going to do surgery today. He will be released today. And today, McCaysville is asking everybody to line up and support this officer coming home. What a miracle. He was shot Friday, critical condition. His mom has been a dear friend for many, many years. And we were praying for her and praying for the family and praying for Brantley. And when it came out last night that he was coming home, I'm like, miracle? Yeah, the power of prayer, the power of prayer. It was amazing. It was amazing. So to all the McCaysville police officers, I know that y'all are, thankful. They did hold the young guy who shot him with no bond. And I think that made a lot of sense. How do you feel about something like that? He's not much older than you.
Again, my call is that it's not our job to play God for killing anyone. And what he did was, what the guy did was completely wrong, and just completely wrong.
Yeah, and it ruined his life at 22 years old. It ruins your life. Why would you do something that would ruin the rest of your life? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. We're in a very different world. We're in a very different world. Do you go hunting with your parents?
No.
Okay. Do you own a gun? Well, do your parents own guns?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do yours?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. We have a house full of guns. We have to lock our doors. We have a right to bear arms, but we don't have a right to use them to change somebody else's destiny, And we've seen it a lot lately. It's been kind of sad times, What do you want to do to change the world? You got something in mind?
I'm hoping to go to GBI after school and join the forensics organization there, and hopefully
my daughter would have loved to met you. She watched, is it CSI?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, my child was an addict about CSI. Watched every second. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I was wanting to do more of the digital side, but I was hoping to go to GBI. They have an amazing forensics program. They pay nice. Also have really good scholarship and college payback opportunities, and overall is an amazing job.
That would be too cool. Now, I'm going to watch you playing baseball when you go to work. What team do you want to work for the Braves? Would you be happy with the Braves?
To play for them?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we need to tell them, be watching this young man, be watching him. Do you do things today, every single day? Do you think about how can I make my game better?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What's your fastest pitch? Have they timed you?
Normally on a good day, I throw about 75.
Okay.
So.
And your arm's still growing, obviously, and strengthening.
Yeah.
Do you do weights and strength
Yes.
building? Yeah. Do you have any siblings that are sports oriented?
I have a sister. She played softball at Fannin, and she was really good. Her name was Aiden. Her name's Aiden Patterson.
Yeah. And she was good. Wow. Sports? Any sports in your life?
I used to.
Soccer? Yeah. You look like somebody to play soccer. Yeah. Now, I understand y'all get paid for doing your little gig at Fannin. Tell me about that.
So we get paid depending on the sport. Usually the sports will pay us. Like we have one person who is fully paid, although she does works a lot more with them, making all of their Instagram posts, films practice at 5 a.m. with them, and makes other hype videos. We get paid based on how long we work, so it's an hourly rate. Can't really go much into the details on that, but then we also work with other organizations. Like I absolutely love to work with the theater program. Amazing people. We also do we've done one softball game, I believe, although that was a long ago. We do basketball, football. We're adding soccer to the list of sports we're covering. And as soon as the new sports complex is done, we're officially adding softball, baseball, and one more sport. I believe tennis is also getting added to the list of sports we cover.
Do you know who David Ralston is?
Yes.
Okay. This is the last Christmas card I got from my dear friend, Speaker and Mrs. David Ralston. Do you know how much he loved Fannin County, Gilmer County? He loved making education better. do y'all think about the college that's there now? Would any of y'all go to the local college?
I actually have plans to join one of the local colleges to get done with my core classes, just to save a bit of money, and then to move on to a larger college.
Makes sense. And you get to stay at home and you don't have to pay. It's expensive to go to school, isn't it? It's crazy. Your parents have to be gazillionaires, or you have to graduate with huge debt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is so hard. That is so tough. It's kind of gotten over the top. It should never have gotten as expensive as it is to get an education. So now you, and then who else is into media?
So the other people.
You said you had a couple more people?
Oh, yes. We have Ava Bortz, who is one of our other lead camera operators. She can swap around anywhere fast. We also have Fox Sharp, who's the one who directly works with the football team, making all their hype stuff. We also have a number of people that come and go. Don't want to mention their names.
You also have one in here right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Who's the other one?
We have
Shiv.
Shiv over there.
Okay, and we're going to swap out and bring him on in a minute, maybe?
Sure.
Yeah, can we do that? Okay, let's do another music break, and then we're going to do just a few minutes of our Vice President, J.D. Vance, sat in for Nobody Can Take Charlie's Place, but he did the Charlie Kirk podcast yesterday, and we want to share a little bit of that because that was not something that he would ever have planned to do. That was not something he would have wanted to do because he was very good friends with Charlie Kirk. But we're going to share a little bit of that, and we're going to talk about that when we come back.
Hey, baby, come over here. I feel good. I got my best jeans on. I feel fine. I'll call my baby on the phone. We're going down to Jamie's and watch them shoot a game of 9. Jackie Dunn will be there in his ragtop 59. My grill is clean. There's an 8-track in the dash of my machine, and I know every single line. Yeah, Susie's got her dress on, hanging high above her knees. And when she smiles for the Nikon, you know it's such a sight to see. Raise it on up a little bit. It's Friday night in the southern city lights. Wheels will turn and the rubber's gonna burn. The glass packs are racking, the power play is screaming loud. We'll cruise the red dot parking lot and see who all is in the crowd. 'Cause I feel good, I got my best jeans on, it's all fine. I'll call my baby on the phone. We're going down to Jamie's and watch him shoot a game of 9. Jackie Dunn will be there, and you better not step out of line.
we're talking to so many voters that know it is time for change. They know that something is wrong. America's future is a series of choices. Our current state of slow motion national decline is a choice. Today is our 2-year-old's birthday. And I look at my daughter, and that is my why. For those that are parents, you know exactly what I mean.
There is no mountain that stands tall as your faithfulness. There is no river that runs wide as your goodness.
Man, Charlie, I remember when we were starting these out, and
it was like that.
You know, it was like this. It was like your average
First 3 rows.
It was like your average political meeting where there was like 12 people in a room, and this is awesome.
This, in my personal opinion, was the most over-the-top Trump event that I've ever covered.
This is the #1 boots-on-the-ground operation in the country. We're working directly in harmony with the Trump campaign. It's been vetted, it's been cleared, it's been blessed, as you can see there, and we're going to try to win this thing. No guarantees. It's what we do that matters.
Mr. President, I can tell you this room is 100% with you, and we have your back. God bless you. We really do. Thank you.
As you know, we are heading on campus here momentarily at the University of South Florida, throwing it down with the students. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are excited to continue this cultural movement that we have started at Turning Point USA. More high school chapters, more college chapters, and disagreement is not just welcome, it is invited. We want to have those tough conversations. That's what it's all about. Because you're not supposed to be involved in this. You're supposed to just kind of be on the vote for me every 4 years, give me more political power, and stay out of my business. And what has happened is we are seeing an explosion in citizen participation.
There is nothing else I'll ever need. All of my days, your mercy follows me. Oh, there is nothing else I'll ever need.
Knock on that extra door. Go that extra mile. Talk to that extra friend. Because throughout voting month and culminating on the 5th of November, I believe it will go down as a day that people remember. As a day that is written about in history books. As the final battle from the golden escalator on down. From defeating Hillary Clinton, from the nonsense of 2020, from Butler, Pennsylvania, November 5th, it all culminates where we restore the promise that the founders gave us. And they said, hey, if the people want it, the people get it. And we, the people, take back America. God bless Arizona, and thank you so much. Every day, the American people demand certain accomplishments and victories. Disagreement is what keeps a movement alive, keeps a movement fun. Here in this country, we are a country of flourishing. We're a country of risk-taking. We're a country of building. We will achieve American greatness, and we are just getting started.
All my days, your mercy follows me.
We're back, and we have a little new addition. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Shiv Raval. I'm a sophomore at Fannin County High School.
And tell me what your part in doing y'all do radio, right?
The audio video, yeah.
Audio video, okay. And tell me your part in that.
I do a little bit of ground cam. I did also a little bit of the top cam during the soccer game last year.
Who's the most techno out of y'all? Who knows
Probably
the most?
James.
Yeah. Okay, do you learn something new every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's crazy how things change. Like years ago, there was one way to listen to a CD and it was an 8-track. Now there's a CD, and then there's a USB, audio USB. Is this the most high-tech thing, audio USB?
Definitely not.
How else would you listen to music? Is this how y'all listen to music?
No.
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth. Okay. Now let's talk about technology. What have you seen change? How old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay. When you were 13, what was the highest technology?
I really don't remember.
Do you remember before an iPhone came out? Does anybody remember Blackberries? How hard they were and how crazy. You had to be a Georgia Tech engineer with a big 4.0 average to use them. They were crazy hard and not simple. And now an iPhone is like this mini computer. Do y'all all use iPhones?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it your life? Do you keep everything in there? Yeah. Okay. Would the world be better off if we didn't carry these all the time?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if we lay it down, one of the things I loved about Charlie Kirk, and I didn't know this until he died, on Sunday, he never touched his phone. He didn't answer it if the president called. He didn't turn his phone on Sunday. He gave it family and God. That was his day. And I thought, how cool is that? Why don't we all think about that? If you go in to have dinner in a restaurant with your parents, is everybody on a phone?
Most of the time, yeah.
See, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I was sitting in a restaurant in Canton, Georgia, and I was with my little group of old ladies, and we look over there, and there's a 13-year-old and his mom and dad. And the parents were on their phone the whole time, and the kid's just sitting there. And I'm thinking, what are y'all doing? What are you doing? And I wanted to get up, and well, I'm lucky I didn't get up because I'm kind of opinionated. I thought, I'm going to go over there and tell those parents, enjoy time with your child. How important is it to spend time with your family?
Like a lot.
A lot. To sit and have conversation about what worries you, what's bothering you, what's exciting you. You know, what is exciting in your life? Do your parents watch everything you do in sports?
Basically all the time, yeah.
Good.
When
I'm
they
glad.
can.
Yeah, I'm glad. Now, are your parents smart? Techno smart? Okay. I'm not. My poor kids have had to train me to use everything because I was afraid of all this stuff. I didn't get it. And if I hadn't had kids who got it, I'd still probably be trying to use a BlackBerry. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because the world is changing so fast. Now, do y'all, when you're using technology, do you catch on quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you be one of those guys, I love to go into the AT&T store and take your phone and say, I can't get it to do so-and-so. In 2 seconds, it's done. And I'm like, how did you know to do that? How do you learn so quickly? Is it just a natural?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. We old people are having a hard time with these phones. But this, and it's funny, I realized yesterday, I was on the phone with this guy in Chicago, and he said, we're going to set up an appointment with you tomorrow, and you need to be by your computer. And I said, well, I can't be by my computer at that time because I'm going to be out in the field. And I said, but I will have my phone. And I realized this is a computer. I thought, wow, okay. It's tough. It's tough to get old in this world. Y'all are growing up in a time that everything is so technical.
Yeah.
So technical. Now, what's your studio like at the school? What do y'all have? What kind of equipment do you have?
We have cameras, stands, microphones.
The cameras we use are XD70s.
Is that kind of like what we have here?
It's the exact same thing, yeah.
Is it? Okay. And you know, we used to have the big old huge cameras. Do you remember those? They were so heavy. You know, a cameraman ended up having to have shoulder surgery because they, you know, they were heavy and they were bulky, and these do the same thing. Do you see these getting down smaller and smaller as they go? Yeah. And remember when everything was done on reels, like 8mm? Do you remember all that? It's crazy, and now it's on little cards. You can put a whole year on a little card, you know. My greatest reality check was one day, the guys save all the programs we do, and I do like 4 shows a week, and then they keep it and they have it on a big computer, and then at the end of the year they will say, bring me a hard drive and we'll dump your year into a hard drive. So I walk in with this little box and they dump a year's worth of work on it, and it just fascinates me that you can take all that stuff and all that time and it's on this little thing. Do you see things getting smaller where they'll be even more condensed? Who's doing all this? Who's the smart guy behind it? Who's the techno geek of the world today?
I don't know.
Elon Musk? Is he a techno geek? Is he a geek?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, who else? I mean, who else? There's somebody else. There's somebody's brain who is coming up with all this stuff. Because just like going from the big cameras, and I guarantee you the camera guys in Atlanta who carried those big ones on their shoulders, and doing baseball games. One of the guys who used to be my camera guy here then went to work for the Braves, and he was used to these big, huge cameras we had, and then they condensed down to those little ones. That's like, wow, yeah, very different, very different. Now, did you like technology before you got involved with this?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
And how far can you go with this? Will you go to college and learn something about technology? What's your future going to be?
Maybe. I have a couple of things on my mind, but I don't know what I should choose yet.
What are your choices?
I like a little bit of construction. I like coding a little bit too. I like filming stuff, editing videos and stuff like that. Yeah, that's basically all I like right now.
I have a client who is in coding, and he's lucky enough to work for a company in California but live in Georgia, which is really cool because he gets the expense of living in Georgia because it's so much cheaper to live here than California, and he gets the pay from California, so that's pretty cool. Would you be interested in something like that?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people are still working from home, which I think is weird. I like being around people, and I would rather be in an environment where you see people every day. But a lot of people are happy with just sitting at home. Would you be better off around people, or would you rather be at home isolated?
At home.
Really? Yeah. Wow. And you are definitely going to be a people person. You have to be in baseball.
Yeah.
You have to like people.
Yeah.
Being the greatest pitcher doesn't work if people don't like you and they don't support you and they don't say, Greg Maddox, I love you. You know, people loved him. They loved him. They loved John Smoltz. So, yeah, I think that made them as great a pitcher as they were. Now, I'm going to give you a name. Do you know who Bullet Bob Turley was?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I want you to research him. Bullet Bob Turley was a Cy Young award-winning pitcher with the New York Yankees. And I had him on the show, and while I was talking to him, I looked over, and he had on his Cy Young ring. And I said, could you please let me hold that ring for just a minute? He was a great baseball pitcher in New York, and many years ago. But you need to watch and see if there's some footage of him when he pitched, because he was a great pitcher. So, yeah. You know what's happening right now? The hour's almost up. When you do your program, how long is y'all's program?
Like, basically the whole game.
Okay, so you're out there with the sports. And what about the band? Do y'all ever do anything with the band?
Not really, unless it's during a football game.
Really? Yeah.
Well, wait, actually, I think we do go to that little band event, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the band ought to be included in some of this, yeah. My granddaughter was a drum major. She went on to end up in television, and now she works for Fox Channel 9 in Cincinnati. But she started in Tennessee, went to Alaska. She was the only kid in her class graduating college who had a job waiting on her. Yeah. But the job was in Alaska, so it was one of those things. She was happy to have the job, but it took her a long way from home. So would you leave home to succeed?
I feel like it really depends, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. And would you be a world traveler?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, and you?
Yes, ma'am.
For sure, yeah. Well, I think you need to do a YouTube, and you need to do, like she said, and you need to start a car and take it down and teach the mechanics of it. But y'all have all got to watch Sleeper Dude. You got to watch Sleeper Dude. He's on YouTube. His family does everything with him. That's the smartest guy that ever lived. He is so smart. He's so smart. The time is almost up. Thank you for being here with us today. And in trivia, we're going to ask one question. Who sang and wrote the songs that we featured today? Does anybody know his name?
Wasn't it Dwight something?
It was Dwight Sanford. There you go. There's your CD. And if you think about it, each one of you has some talent that's hidden. There's a talent that's hidden in you. There's a talent that's, yours isn't hidden. Yours is out here. There's a talent that's hidden in you. And maybe it's teaching another guy younger than you how to work on cars. Because everybody needs to know how to work on cars.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on ETC. Don't forget, this goes straight to YouTube. It will be available on YouTube. The channel is Sherry Martin. You don't have to pay to subscribe on YouTube. You just click, put it in there, and you can watch it anytime, day or night. So join us, and always, we are at ETC, where rivers, mountains, and good friends meet. We'll see you again soon.